Hey everyone, welcome to this video. So in the previous video we talked about or rather we blocked our camera animation and also worked on the perspective. In this video we'll be focusing on making our HDRI and just doing the base lighting for our scene.
So let's jump right into the video. Firstly, let me move my timeline here, and let's begin to paint our scene. This is going to be a rough lighting setup. We're going to probably change this later on, as with everything, because we're going to change everything, or tweak everything. But let's start by switching to our rendered view, and then making sure that this is on cycles. I'm sure you remember the difference between cycles and EV. Make sure this is on GPU, and also another setting you can do is go to edits, preferences, system, and make sure that this is on OptX, and then NVIDIA if you have a graphics card. If not, you can use your CPU while also just having a graphics card. Now we have our scene. For our viewports, let's click on the denoise. The denoising basically just reduces the amount of noise. As you can see, now we're having a rough layout of our scene. So why we can actually see what's happening here is because our world, if I should switch to this in here, you could see that our world has some lighting already. This gray lighting, and we don't really want that. If I should just take this down to 0, if you can remember what our lighting setup looks like, basically this is it. Basically we want, if you can remember the notes we want a top-down lighting of our character, and also lighting coming from the sides. Let me see. Yeah, so I'm going to go to window, minimize. For a start, I'm going to have this on my other monitor. Window, maximize. For a start, we can add a HDRI. So just to briefly explain what HDRI is, a HDRI, which is also known as high dynamic range image, is a 360-degree image used in 3D environments to provide realistic lighting and reflections. So we usually use that as a start for our lighting. So once you click on your world on your properties panel, go to color and click on environment texture. I think we have some HDRIs here already. Okay, no. So I'm quickly going to provide a HDRI. I will upload this specific HDRI I'm using, but if you want to find it, you can go to Polyhaven, and Cortani Dusk 1. So you can this is the HDRI we'll be using. So once you download the HDRI, just go to open, then locate where you saved your HDRI to, and yeah, that's it. Now you see that there's nothing happening, but that's mostly because let me open our shader editor here. Or rather, when you open your shader editor, if you're trying to affect the world or change the world setting, just click on this circle here, and click on that circle, and sorry, not that circle, this object mode, and change the mode to world. So with this we can see our texture is connected to our background. So I'm just going to increase this by 1, and you see that we have light blasting in from everywhere. But one thing we want to do is we want to make sure that light is only coming in from the top, not the side or this side. So we're going to make holes on this, and then make sure and then block off the lights that is coming in from everywhere. The reason why we want that is we want our lighting to only be we want our brightest points to be where our object is. So as you can see in all these references, the brightest points is where your focal point is, or basically your main objects. You can see with this one too. Yeah, with these three images, you see that the brightest points are where our main character is. So let's just quickly do that. First, I'm going to Shift A, add a cube, then scale it all the way up to cover the entire scene. But you can see that we kind of need it to cover our camera as well. I'm going to make sure it's covering this. So one thing we can do is since we only want the top to be affected, only the sides to be affected, we can go into edit mode, obviously, X on this face, select this face and press X, and then face, and you'd see yeah, some light is bleeding in. We don't want that, so what we can do is leave edit mode, S, X, and rather X, Y, and then just move it closer as well. This, just making sure that it's not coming up in the camera. Okay, yeah, it's not coming up camera that much. Yeah, just making sure that light is not really bleeding into our scene. As you can see, this is in the way, so we can come to object, come to viewports, and then click this display as, click wire, and you can see that it's now in wireframe mode. But also you can see that some light is still bleeding in. I'm just going to take this floor, it's S, Y, and make sure that's covered. I'm going to do the same for here, X, Y, make sure that's completely covered. Yeah, I'm going to scale this a little bit more as well. Or I'm going to scale this, or this, Y, scale, then also scale this. So beautiful. So now we need to find a way. To make our holes here. So or rather not our holes, just one singular hole. So what we can do is we can come, or since we want specifically the hole to be beneath this cube, what we can do is we can quickly locate this by let's say shifting this cube, Alt R to reset the rotation, G, Z, Y, so that's grab and then move on the Y axis, and then bring it all the way here. So let's just scale this up a bit more, because we're going to make a hole here. I don't know if that's wide enough, maybe something like this. Yes, that's fine. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the Boolean modifier. The Boolean modifier basically just uses object to make holes. You can use it to make intersections as well, but we're going to be using it to make a hole in this for this example. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this, because we want this ceiling. As you can see, this ceiling is just one layer, but we want it to be two layers. So I'm just going to go to add modifier. First I'm going to do Control A, apply scale, then come to add modifier, add generate, and then add the solidify modifier, and just increase it. I don't know if I should do up or down. I think down is fine. Just give it some thickness. Let's even the thickness. Should we do normal? So high quality normal, and Shift D this. Do we have, so let's create one more collection to save our backups. So let's do back up, and then I'm going to come to this filter, come to this icon and what icon and this icon, and I'm going to deselect everything so that we don't select anything from there. Then is this shift, have we duplicated this already? Okay, no. So shift D, then right click, then M backup. So now we have backup of this in case you want to go back. So I'm going to just apply, okay, maybe a bit more, yes. So I'm just going to apply that. Now let's make a boolean let's make a hole through this. So what we're going to do is, so that just so we can see what our hole is doing or what the boolean is doing, I'm going to do the same thing I did for this cube. I'm going to come to object, visibility, or rather viewport, and then wire. So now we're seeing this is in wire. It still retains its geometry, don't worry, but we're just seeing it as a wire in wireframe mode. So I'm going to select this, come to add modifier, then come to boolean, not build, definitely not build, boolean. Let me see, where's my boolean? Your boolean, and then select the cube, then fast, and you can see that our hole is working. The reason why we're not seeing any light here is because it's so concentrated. If I increase this, we begin to see a couple of things. I don't know why this is not seeping through. Maybe if I apply this, and then what I should be seeing, yeah. So that is blocking what you call it. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to come to world, and then maybe 5, right? And then I'm going to come to this, and again, would I like to make a backup of this? No need. So again, I'm going to come to apply, then I'm going to go to M, and backup. So we have something like this. I don't know why this looks really messy. Maybe if I go to lights, no, like light parts. Okay, nothing looks weird. 6, 4, maybe. Yeah, because I don't like how this place looks. Something is wrong. Noise. So that might be time, but that's fine. I'm just going to increase it to 2. We have something a bit more better, or should I just turn off the noise entirely? Or I can just reset this. Reset this as well. Yeah, I really don't know why this is happening. Preferences, save. I don't know why this is happening. Let me try checking this. Okay, it's done. So that's not the issue. Okay. I'll just keep it at that. So yeah, this is our, let me take this guy off so that we don't get too attached to that. Let me increase the size of our cube. Something like this. So now, if I come to world, I don't want the world to be too, I just want it to have a little ambient. nothing too much. And in that case, I would also like for that ambience to also, I wouldn't want, okay, it's fine, you can show, but let's see what will happen if I delete this face. Yeah, definitely too bright. What happens then when I reduce? We can always mimic the lighting from here. We can always control rather the lighting from there.
So yeah, that's all for this video. We just wanted to set up a HDRI and do basic scene layouts and adjustments. So in the next video, we're going to be looking at the 3-point lighting system and properly lighting our cube.